Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family. So be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. In today's video, I am trying out a brand new tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. This is her new tinted moisturizer light revealer. I always get tongue-tied with that word. Natural Skin Illuminator with SPF 25. This little beauty comes in 14 different shades and it retails for $48. I picked mine up from ultabeauty.com and you do get 1.7 ounce of product. Now, as with all sunscreen, this does come with an expiration date right here, and I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it says October of 2023. I picked up the shade 1W1 Porcelain, and this shade is described as fair with warm undertone. Now, this tinted moisturizer has an ultra sheer flexible formula that is infused with complexion boosting pearls that are developed specifically for each shade to boost the skin's natural radiance. You guys know I love to get a good healthy glow out of my complexion products, so this definitely sounded like something that I wanted to test out for you guys. Again, it does come with antioxidant complex plus SPF 25 that's going to protect against UV and environmental aggressors. It says that this is infused with French algae, which helps improve the look of skin's natural radiance, and also plant-based hydration promotes water retention by supporting the skin's resilience and vitality. So guys, I'm excited for this one. I love Laura Mercier concealers and foundations. This is my first time trying one of her tinted moisturizers. I believe the other one she has in her line is very popular and well loved amongst a lot of consumers. So I have high hopes for this one. I am going to be giving this a good 2-day, 10-hour wear test. On day one, I'm going to wear this all by itself with none of those helping products like a primer or setting powder or setting spray. And then on day two, I'm going to wear it the typical way I normally would my foundations. After the application portion of today's review and wear test, I will insert swatches against some of the other similar products that I have in my stash. So hopefully it will help you make a good shade buying decision. I will say, guys, that with tinted moisturizers and skin tints, there tends to be a smaller shade range just because the shades themselves are very forgiving. Now, let me just give you a brief background on my skin and the things that I look for when I wear test a foundation. First of all, if it's your first time watching one of my foundation reviews, welcome. Very happy to have you here. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel because I love foundation reviews, and it seems like we're in foundation season right now, and I'm having a blast. I am 39 years old and I have normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. I like products, or I like foundations that are going to give my skin a nice healthy looking glow, but I want to stay matte in my T-zone, especially on my nose because that is the oiliest place on my face, and I like a good medium to full coverage, although I have developed an extreme appreciation for skin tints. Skin tints were all the rage in 2021, and I think they're going to really dominate 2022. It seems that way with these more lighter, more light to medium coverage foundations coming out, and I'm here for it. I love that. I need my foundation to get me a good 10 hours. 10 hours, that's all I'm gonna require of it. Whatever it needs to do after that, so be it. And I also need my foundation to hold up well under my mask because I am at work for a good 8 to 8.5 hours, and I do have to wear a mask periodically throughout the day. So I want a complexion product that's going to go the distance with me and not completely come off or cake up on my face. So now that I've shared some details about the product and about my skin type, it's time to jump into this tinted moisturizer review and wear test. So if you guys want to see how this new Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer is going to wear for the next 2 days, keep on watching. All right, guys, so let's dive into this new one from Laura Mercier. Now, I'm not going to rely on this to be my moisturizer per se. I did go in with my regular skincare products, and that also includes SPF. So I am going to be wearing this as a traditional foundation. Now, it does say that you can apply this with your fingertips or by using a damp makeup sponge. So I'll try first using my fingertips, even though that's not my favorite way to apply foundation. All right, so here is the shade 1W1 Porcelain. All right, so I'm just gonna be rubbing this into the skin in little circular motions. I can definitely see the light reflecting properties, like that pearlized glow it says that it's going to give. And to be honest, this is kind of reminding me of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, except maybe not with so much of the glow, but I'm kind of getting those vibes right in here. Now, the way I wear that Hollywood Flawless Filter is I wear it under my makeup, kind of as a primer. And then sometimes I will add it to like my cheekbones once I've applied foundation and stuff, but typically I wear it under my foundation. So I'm kind of wondering how this product would do maybe as a primer, especially for those of you like with drier skin. I mean, it does contain the SPF, but you would have to use a good amount to get the full SPF benefit. Now, I don't know how much we're going to be able to build this up. It does say sheer coverage, but I am liking the shade. I think this is a good shade for me. I have a foundation. I have two Laura Mercier foundations. One that's like a dewy, glowy finish and the other that's a matte finish. And I want to say they're the same shades as this one. They're 1W1, but I think that one could be bone and this one is porcelain. I'm not too sure. Okay, I'm using up what I squeezed out. All right, so I would say this would be the equivalent of one pump. Without. I mean, I can definitely see the glow from here. I think the shade is perfect for me. And it kind of just helps to even out the skin tone. And I honestly didn't mind applying it with my fingertips. Like, it feels like, you know, it went on well. It looks like it went on well. I don't see it sitting on top of my skin. It's absorbing into the complexion. So I'm liking that. Now, I'm really hesitant to use the makeup sponge just because I have a feeling that's gonna use up way too much product. So instead, I wanna try it with a foundation brush. So I squeezed out some more and I'm gonna take it on the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. This is the number 7. And let's see how this applies. This is always the area that I want to build up coverage, the sides of my cheeks. That is where I have some minor discoloration and old acne scars. I used to have terrible skin, guys, like really bad acne prone skin, and it got better as I got older, thank God, and I grew up with bad acne. And I'm so grateful that I didn't get more scarring than what I probably should have gotten, because I was one of those that picked at their face, and you should never do that. So I'm liking it with a brush. I'm thinking it looks really nice. I'm not seeing any streaks either. The product will definitely go a longer way with the brush because you won't use as much. I'm definitely loving the glow this is providing, but I don't know how much I'm gonna like that in a few hours on my normal to oily skin, oily primarily in my T-zone. I don't know. I don't mind it on the perimeter, but this nose, I don't know. I'm gonna be worried by the end of the day today, especially because I'm not using any setting powder. Okay, so this is what one pump on each side looks like, pretty much. I am gonna squeeze out a little bit more. I'm not gonna do any spot concealing today. I'll leave that for tomorrow. So I'm gonna get the brush, and just stipple it right here. Then I'm just gonna get the beauty sponge and just press. I think it built up a little bit. I mean, this is definitely light coverage. This is not even medium. Okay, so I like the way it looks. I like the way my skin looks. I feel like my skin looks really healthy right now. I am gonna do some under eye concealer, and I'm gonna use this one from Laura Mercier. This is her Secret Camouflage Brighten and Correct Duo, and I have the shade 1N. I have done a review and wear test on this concealer, so I'll have that linked up above in case you wanna check it out. All right, now I am gonna set my under eye area with some Laura Mercier. This is her Secret Brightening Powder for the under eyes. And I use the shade 1 in this one. All right, guys, so this is how the complexion is looking. You can definitely see that pearlized glow. I love it. I think everything just looks really natural, really healthy, and I really think it did a good job of just evening out my skin tone. So we'll see how this wears for the next 10 hours on my normal to oily skin. So I'll check in with you guys in about 5 hours for the midday check-in, and of course at the end of this day 1 wear test to give you my initial first impressions. Hey guys, so this is the 5-hour check-in with this new tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier, and this is how my complexion is looking. I think it looks fine. I mean, I honestly don't even see a change from when I applied it to right now. I think it looks pretty much the same. Obviously, I did my eye makeup. You guys should see, this video should already be up. This is on the new NYX Lunar New Year eyeshadow palette. But this is how I'm looking. I didn't apply any other facial products, no bronzer, blush, or highlighter, not yet. I'm actually expecting 2 packages today. I thought it was only gonna be 1, but none of those have arrived yet. So this is how my complexion is looking. I have no complaints. I'm not matte. Obviously, I'm not matte in my T-zone or anything like that, but I don't feel like my nose has like a bunch of excess oil yet. We'll see what it looks like in 5 more hours, so I'll be back in a bit. Oh guys, and one last thing, it did dry down, so it definitely doesn't feel tacky or anything like that. It doesn't feel like I need to powder it or anything. It set itself. Hey guys, so this is the 10-hour check-in, the final check-in of this day 1 wear test, and I feel like it looks like I don't have anything on. Like I don't have any foundation on. I kind of think it's settled a little bit into my pores already, which, you know, it's not supposed to be a long wearing. It's a tinted moisturizer that really doesn't provide a lot of coverage, so I don't mind that. You know, it's not meant to be like a full coverage foundation or long wearing foundation, but I do think it did a good job with evening out my skin tone. I do think it did a good job with providing that bit of radiance, and I really don't feel like my skin is all that oily, especially like my nose. Yeah, you can kind of see some oil coming through, but I don't think it looks terrible, you know. I think this is gonna do better when I wear it with a little bit of spot concealer, some setting powder, a primer, because it does say to use their primer. I don't have a Laura Mercier primer, so I'll just use a primer that I have, but it's a nice product. I actually think this would look nice under a foundation. Like I said earlier, kind of like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, kind of reminds me of that product, but this does have SPF in it, so I don't know, it's a nice product, and if you're one that doesn't need a lot of coverage, this might be something that you want to check out. I do feel like it did provide hydration, and obviously it's a tinted moisturizer, but I don't feel
like it caused excess oiliness. So if you are a normal to oily skin type like me, this might be something that you want to check out. But it still has one more day to go, and I am going to dress it up tomorrow, so we'll see how it does then. Good morning, guys. This is day 2 of me wear testing this new one from Laura Mercier, and this is how my complexion is looking. This is about an hour in, and I wanted to just quickly share with you the products that I went in with this morning. For primer, I went in with the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. This is a super lightweight primer, and I do like the way it gives like a bit of a blurring effect. For powder, I am wearing the Catrice True Skin powder. I have this in my T-zone and under my eye area, and then on the perimeter of my face I have the Dior powder, no powder, in the shade 1N. For concealer, and I did spot conceal right here on the sides of my cheeks, I went in with this new one from Maybelline. It is their Superstay Active Wear Concealer, and I have the shade 11 in this one. And then to lock everything in place, I have the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. This is my second time using the setting spray, and I love it. It sprays exactly the same way as the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and this is how the complexion is looking. Also, I'm using the new Sephora Collection Volumizing Mascara. I've really been enjoying this one, and I will check in with you guys in about 5 hours during my lunch break, and we'll see how this tinted moisturizer is holding up. I am wearing a mask like on and off for the next 8 hours. So we'll see if it transfers or anything like that, affects the makeup in any way. But I'll be back during lunch to give you guys the midday check-in. Hey guys, this is the 5-hour check-in with the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, the new one. This is how my skin is looking. I do think I look a little bit shiny right here on the forehead and on my nose, and that's because I did powder it down. I have my mask right here, and I do see that it has rubbed off a little bit, like right here on the sides of my cheeks, on my nose. I can even tell like right here and a little bit on my chin. So it looks okay. I wouldn't say this looks great. It's just okay. I'm really going to be curious what it's going to look like when I get home from work and I'm done wearing my mask for the day. But this is where we're at, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this 2-day, 10-hour wear test of me trying out the new tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. And where do I have it? Here it is. This is how my complexion is looking. It has started to already break apart, same areas that it did yesterday, and even down here it's already started to break up some. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. I know it's a tinted moisturizer. The coverage is very light, and it does feel really lightweight. And it does provide a glow, like it said it's going to do, but it just doesn't hold up that well, at least on my normal to oily skin, and especially after wearing a mask on and off throughout the day. Like, I just feel it didn't do that well. Like, it's not gonna stay put, you know what I mean? It is gonna rub off. There is gonna be some transfer, but I just think it should look a little bit better than what it does, especially for the $49 price tag. So if I was gonna rate this, I would give it maybe 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, it's nice, the application is nice, it looks really pretty, but on me it's not gonna look good for more than, let's say, 5-6 hours, and then it starts to go south. I think if you're looking for a product like this, just something light to wear, maybe you don't need a lot of coverage, and especially if you have dry skin, I think this is something that you might really enjoy. I don't feel like it overly moisturized my skin, and I do feel like it kind of made me get a little bit excess oily, which leads me to believe if you have dry skin, then this is probably going to just balance you out perfectly. But for somebody like me who's oily in the T-zone. I mean, I even noticed like some oil coming through right here. So this just isn't a great match for me and my skin type. I do have some other alternatives, and one of them being a foundation from Laura Mercier, because I do enjoy her foundations very much. And if you're still wanting something from her line, maybe that does provide a little bit more coverage, then I would take a look at this one. This is the Flawless Lumière Radiance-Perfecting Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation, and this definitely lasts longer than what this tinted moisturizer did. If you're looking for something along the lines of like a tinted moisturizer that does have SPF, Tower 28 released a new one. It's called Sunny Days. This one has SPF 30 in it. It is a tinted sunscreen. I have the shade 15 Melrose, and I really do enjoy using this one. I feel I get more coverage with this one than I do with this new one from Laura Mercier. Likewise, this new one from Tarte is amazing. This is the new Shape Tape Cloud Coverage SPF 15. This is a beautiful product, especially for those of you with normal to oily skin, full-on oily skin. I think you would really enjoy this product. It does give a good, I would say, medium coverage. And then I also pulled out this other one that is really similar to this Laura Mercier. This is from Saie Beauty, and it is their Slip Tint with SPF 35. It's very lightweight, light coverage. So if you're looking for something similar to the Laura Mercier, I would check this one out. And this one is at least $10, maybe $15 cheaper than the Laura Mercier one. So I use shade 3 in this one, and I use in the Tarte 16N. And in the Laura Mercier, the foundation over here, I have shade 1W1 Ivory, which is the same. This is 1W1 Porcelain in the new tinted moisturizer. So not too sure why one's porcelain, one's ivory, but they are both 1W1. So let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of this tinted moisturizer wear test? Is this something that's on your radar? Are you going to be picking it up? I think if you're used to wearing tinted moisturizers and you want that glow to your skin, then this is probably going to be something that's going to work fantastic for you. But for me, especially now that I'm having to wear a mask most of the day, I need something that if I'm going to wear a foundation, that's going to hold up pretty good. And this one just didn't do it for me. But sound off below. Let me know your thoughts. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.